conversation's going. I'm going to come back up after this and give some specific detail stuff. So when you do that, get quiet. Until then, I just want to say something real quick. How many people in this room or up there, or gosh, we're flooded, aren't we? Holy smokes. Holy smokes, I just realized that. How many people, raise your hand or make a shout if you were in Chicago? Okay, so let me get serious for a minute. When I was in Chicago, I was asked to speak on stage. And I'm usually asked to speak at these Empower events. In fact, this time I said I don't want to speak on stage for other reasons, but they asked me to speak on stage in Chicago. So for those of you that were there, I don't know if you saw it or not, but I was in a pretty crazy place in my life. I had just gone through a very, very bad phase. And I don't know what you're going through, what anybody here is going through, but for those of you that were in Chicago, you heard that my son, my 2.5-year-old, was 2 at the time, got diagnosed with autism. And I find out that I have an autistic child. And I've already got 2 kids in diapers, I already got a full-time job, 80 hours a week, I've already got a business and a very fast-growing team, I've got a wife and trying to have a personal life, trying to balance it all. And have you ever felt like sometimes news comes at the worst possible time? Can anybody relate to this, the crap that we sometimes have to deal with?
Yeah.
So, when I was asked to speak on stage, I just went up there and I changed my whole talk. I'm normally a nuts and bolts guy. I changed my whole talk to an emotional speech. I've never done that before. And I decided to share this story with everybody in the audience, in the hopes to teach you how to reframe the negative crap that's going on. Reframe it. You know, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have children. Some people can't even have children. I'm blessed that I'm married and that's happy. I'm blessed that I have a team to be able to communicate with, right? But that didn't make it. That didn't make it so much easier. I'll tell you, I went through a rough spot. The last 3 months, I've had to step back from business. It's not something I dreamed of doing. I had to step back from business. It's been tough. I've done my best to still serve the team. I've done my best to still come up with our new system, but I've had to step back a lot of personal production. But I'm here to share with you one big thing. I stepped back from Chicago till now. I put my business, my personal production on passive mode. Those of you that are direct to me, you know, hasn't been any communication, nothing really. I went off the grid. But I'm here to tell you that if you build it, if you build this business right, going off the grid for 90 days, passively was still able to make over $20,000 a month in residual income from Empower Network. This is a freaking amazing. It's not about the money. It's not about the money. You know what it's about? It's the fact that I have the ability to spend 40 hours a week and more with my family at home as a full-time dad. My son's got autism, but you know what? I'm there with time and money to be able to do everything I can as a father to be able to help him have the life that he deserves, to be able to help build it. His brain is still growing right now. Do I want to look back 20 years from now and say, wow, I had an amazing career? Or do I want to look back and say, I did everything I could at that time to give my son the life that he deserves, right? How many of you guys